Hello and welcome back to the Tipitaka Insight. We have just finished our series on the 4 rules of defeat, but as we move into volume 2 of the Vinaya, we find a new category called Saṅghādisesa. Honestly, it is a bit of a difficult word to say. What exactly does it mean?
You're right, it is a mouthful. It's a technical term coming from the words Saṅgha, the community, Adi, the beginning, and Sesa, the end. It essentially means these are offenses that require the Saṅgha at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the healing process.
Oh, I see. So if a Pārājika is like a tree being cut at the root, what is a Saṅghādisesa?
That's a perfect analogy. If Pārājika is a fatal wound, then a Saṅghādisesa is like a serious injury, maybe a broken limb. It is grave, but with the right medicine and the right doctor, it can be healed. The monk does not have to leave the Saṅgha forever.
Historically speaking, when did the Buddha first set this category? Was it before or after the Pārājikas?
That's a great historical question. The Pārājika rules actually came first. For the first 20 years, there were no formal rules. Once the Pārājikas were established for extreme acts, the Buddha realized other serious behaviors needed a formal law too. So the Saṅghādisesa category was developed shortly after to handle these serious but healable mistakes.
Now, you said there are 13 rules. Can we list them?
Certainly, let's break them down by group. The lust group. 1. Intentional semen emission. 2. Lustful physical contact with a woman. 3. Lustful speech to a woman. 4. Praising sexual indulgence. And 5. Acting as a matchmaker. The property group. 6. Building a hut without a sponsor or over the size limit. And 7. Building a large residence without Saṅgha approval. The malice group. 8. Making a groundless Pārājika accusation. And 9. Distorting facts for a false accusation. The harmony group. 10. Causing a schism. 11. Supporting a schism. 12. Being difficult to admonish. And 13. Corrupting families.
Wait, what does corrupting families actually mean?
It's a very specific term in the Vinaya. It refers to a monk who becomes overly familiar with certain lay households, frequently visiting them, seeking favors, or behaving in ways that make people say, "This monk belongs to our family." Instead of remaining a neutral spiritual guide, he becomes socially attached to particular families, which damages the holy life.
That makes sense. Now, what is the specific sequence of discipline a monk must face?
It follows a strict legal process overseen by the Saṅgha. Parivāsa, probation. If the offense was concealed, he undergoes probation for exactly the number of days it was hidden. If he confessed immediately, he skips this. Mānatta, penance, a fixed period of 6 days of penance. Abbhāna, restoration. Finally, a gathering of at least 20 monks perform the formal restoration ceremony.
You mentioned duties or vatas. Where do those fit in?
Actually, they aren't a separate stage. During both Parivāsa and Mānatta, he must perform the required duties or latas under the supervision of the Saṅgha. These are quite humbling. He cannot accept bows or high seats from other monks. He must wait until every other monk has washed their feet before he does, and he must not act as a teacher.
What about his daily life? Is it okay if he stays inside the pagoda grounds all day, only going out to see the Saṅgha during morning chanting, meals, and afternoon meetings?
Yes, absolutely. He is actually encouraged to stay within the monastery boundaries to fulfill his duties to the community. However, he is restricted from traveling or going on tours without permission, as the goal is for him to stay present and available to the Saṅgha while he heals.
Now, I'm still curious about the duty of announcement. Does he tell them once and that's it? Does he tell the novices too? And what if he's shy? Like if he meets a group of monks before going to the bath and tells them, but then meets the same group again right after. Does he have to tell them again?
Lots of great questions. First, he only needs to inform bhikkhus, not novices. The core requirement is that he must ensure the bhikkhus in the monastery are aware of his status so that he does not conceal the offense. If he meets a group of monks and they already know his status for that day, he doesn't need to be a shouting machine and repeat it every time he passes them at the bathroom. However, if a new guest monk arrives, he must inform that guest immediately.
What if he joins a big event with hundreds or even thousands of monks in a meal hall, or an event like Visak Bocha with the king of monks? Does he have to tell every individual?
The Vinaya isn't meant to cause a scene. In a massive event, he doesn't need to tap the king of monks on the shoulder while he's praying. He fulfills his duty by informing the officials or organizers in charge of the ceremony. If there are many monks in penance, they can be accounted for as a group. If lay people are present, he should wait for a monks-only moment to protect their faith.
What if the monk is shy and decides to just stay in his room during the whole big event? If he already told the monks in his pagoda that morning, can he just stay hidden so he doesn't bother the visitors?
That's a practical solution. If he stays in his room and doesn't participate in the ceremony or the meal, he's not sharing the status of a pure monk with visitors. Since his own community already knows his status from the morning, he's not concealing anything. The only exception is if a visitor actually walks into his room to see him, then he must declare his status immediately.
And what if he's the only monk in the pagoda? Does his penance continue?
Good thinking, but no. If he's totally alone in a pagoda, his penance clock actually stops. He needs at least one other monk there to witness his conduct for the medicine to work.
What if many monks are in penance at once? Do they tell each other? And what if a monk violates more than one rule at a time?
It gets a bit crowded, but the rules are clear. Yes, monks in penance must declare their offenses to one another. They sit at the end of the line, but among themselves, they still follow their original seniority based on their ordination date. If a monk has multiple offenses, he performs one 6-day period of Mānatta for all of them combined, but he must serve the longest hidden time required for any of them.
What if he lies or repeats the same mistake?
Then he's back at the start. If he lies, the restoration is void. If he repeats the mistake, he starts the entire process over from day one. No discounts.
Okay, let me summarize. The monk goes through Parivāsa for hidden days, then 6 days of Mānatta. Throughout, both he performs the Vata duties, behaving as a junior and ensuring the bhikkhus know his status so there is no concealment. Finally, at least 20 monks perform the Abbhāna ceremony to restore him.
You've got it exactly right. It's a strict system that ensures honesty and humility.
Thank you for this deep dive. Stay tuned for our next episode where we look at the first group of these rules. Thank you for watching the Tipitaka Insight.